Welcome to downtown Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. I'm in front of the tunnels of Moose Jaw where Al Capone, Scarface, used to have his bootlegging business with his business partner Fanny. So yesterday I went on this theatrical tour which went in the tunnels underground across the street and over to the railway station. Al Capone had his bootlegging still downstairs under this hotel, and he'd use his moonshine still to do this bootleg operation and send Canadian maple syrup from Moose Jaw down to Chicago where they would sell it during Prohibition. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to share what happened yesterday when I had my whole day planned out. I was supposed to go on the tour at 3 o'clock and I get here at about 2:45 and my tour is not till 3:30. They had to bump me because it's too crowded to put too many people on a certain tour. I was kind of miffed at the time. My feathers were ruffled. But when I got down to the tunnels and we're all crowded in these little rooms down there looking at the still and his office, Al Capone's old office, and where he used to shoot people, it's crazy down there. You really don't want more than 18 to 20 people downstairs. So, feathers ruffled, I decided, yes, I'll go on the 3:30 tour, and in the meantime, I have to go walk around downtown Moose Jaw, which is actually more exciting than I thought. So I exit, I come out here, there's a father and a son, they're taking pictures, and I said, do you want me to take a picture of the two of you? They really appreciated that. So that was kind of good, and I realized, well, maybe it's not so bad that I was bumped, because if I wasn't bumped, they would never have that picture together. But there's two more things that are actually much more exciting. The second thing that happened, I'm walking down the street, and there's this guy in his mid-20s, and he's pushing his girlfriend in a shopping cart across the street. She's in her early 20s, very buxom with a low cut bouncing all over the place. They get across the street and then they park in front of the tattoo parlor. They can't figure out how to get her out of the shopping cart. So she's reaching over and he's trying to help her, and you could tell it's a disaster waiting to happen. So I said, hey, why don't you just go on the other side of the cart where there's a cement ledge, hop out onto the cement ledge and step right out. And she's like, you saved my life. And I really think I did, because I don't think she would have made it out of that cart alive. And that made me realize that I'm kind of glad that my tour, or that I was bumped to the next tour, because who knows what would have happened with that couple. The third thing that happened was when I came back here for my tour, there was a woman with an older gent standing outside of the tunnels of Moose Jaw. She had a small little camera, which I've been wondering if I should get, and now I know I'm gonna get it. And she's talking about the tunnels of Moose Jaw and blah blah. I'm gonna go in and do this tour, and I eavesdropped. Waited for them to be done, and then I went up to her and I said, are you a YouTuber? And she said yes. Her name is Alina McLeod, and she's got like 170,000 subscribers. She started about 7 years ago, and she's been doing it full time for 3 years. It was really cool to meet her and her dad, Gordon. Such a nice guy. Hi, Gordon. So Gordon says maybe one day you'll have a YouTube channel of your own, little girl. I was like, actually, I do have a little YouTube channel. Alina looked it up, and she's like, oh, a van lifer. But I'm not a van lifer. I didn't know how to explain what I do. I can't really describe easily what I want to do with my channel or who I am. And that was a really good turning point or a learning moment for me. Even though things don't always unfold exactly the way I planned, there's actually little gems along the way that could actually change your life and maybe even save other people's lives too. So, thank you to Tunnels of Moose Jaw for bumping me to the next tour, because that was the tour that I was meant to be on, even though my feathers were ruffled at first. I should also say thank you to Al Capone and Fanny for setting up their whole underground bootleg operation, because without them, I wouldn't be sitting here right now making a YouTube video about how to be okay when your plans fall apart. Take good care of yourself, because you are worth taking good care of. Mwah.